Welcome back. Previously we have discussed about the concept of addition rule of probability. Let us discuss in detail the rules with regard to probability. Previously we discussed the two situations of the equation with regard to probability in case of mutually exclusive event as well as non-mutually exclusive event. Let us discuss an example. A card is drawn at random from an ordinary pack of 52 cards. Find the probability that card drawn is either spade or diamond. So in the question it is specified regarding a deck of cards. I hope you know what is the meaning of deck of cards, how many cards are there, how many categories are there, likewise. So a card is drawn from a set of cards. Find the probability that the card drawn is either spade or diamond. So we know that there are four set of categories. One set is spade and another is diamond. So what is the probability that if a card is drawn, one will be spade and another will be diamond? It doesn't specify whether it is mutually or non-mutually. How we are going to identify whether it is a mutually exclusive or a non-mutually exclusive? You have to use the logic, because you are given a chance to take a card from the set. You are asked to find the probability that whether it is spade or diamond. If you are taking or if you are picking a card from the set, definitely it will be spade or diamond. It will never ever be spade and diamond, because there is no such thing in the world, a card having both spade and diamond. So if you are picking a card, it will be spade or it will be diamond. If you are getting a spade, diamond will not occur. If you are getting a diamond, spade will never occur. That is the concept of identifying whether the case under study is a mutually or non-mutual case. You must have a common sense or a logic to understand whether it is a mutually exclusive or a non-mutually exclusive situation. So as per the question, the card is drawn at a random from an ordinary pack of 52 cards. What is the probability that card drawn is either spade or diamond? So we know that it is a mutually exclusive event. So we know the equation there. The equation of mutually exclusive event is P of Y plus P of Z. It may be P of A or P of B, whatever it is. Here P of Y is spade and P of Z is diamond. So you just need to add together. And how you are going to add that? What is the probability of getting a spade? How many cards are there? There are total 52 cards. What is the probability of getting a spade card? How many cards are there in spade? 13. So the probability of getting a spade is 13 by 52. Same in case of diamond also, 13 by 52. So now you have the probability of say spade and the probability of diamond. So just substitute the details in the equation. So the probability of spade union diamond. U means, I hope you know what is the meaning of union, any one of the event, or in the simple sense it means or. Probability of spade or diamond equal to probability of spade plus probability of diamond. You will get 1 by 2. So this is how you have to deal with a mutually exclusive event situation. Let us discuss some of the examples with regard to mutually exclusive as well as non-mutually exclusives. Next one. Find the probability of getting a total of 7 or 11 in a single throw with 2 dice. Read the question very wisely. Find the probability of getting the total of 7 or 11 in a single throw with 2 dice. We know that there is no number 7 or 11 in dice. The meaning of the question is, if you are throwing 2 dice, you will either get any numbers in between 1 to 6 in case of both dice. So if you add it together, or if you take the total of the number that occur after the throw, if you add together, what is the probability of getting a total as 7 or a total 11? So whenever you are studying the situation where or comes, it is a mutually exclusive event. And with simple logic you can understand, if you are getting the number 7, how you are going to get 11, And if you are getting 11, how you are going to get 7? So that is the concept. And how you are going to identify the probability of particular event, and what are the numbers or occurrence that has to happen in order to get the total 7 as well as total 11. So the events can be, if you want to study regarding the probability of total 7, see, if you are throwing 2 dice, only through these 7 set of combination, how many combination? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 set of combination has to occur in order to get the total of 7. And any other events will not lead to the total value of 7. See, 1 plus 6, 7. 2 plus 5, 7. 3 plus 4, 7. 4 plus 3, 7. 5 plus 2, 7. 1 plus 6, 7. So, only these set of combination through which you get the value 7. So the probability of getting 7 is 6 by 36. And likewise, you need to find the probability of getting 11. So the favorable cases for getting 11 are 5 and 6 and 6 and 5. There are no other numbers. If you are getting any number combinations, please mention. So the probability of getting 11 is 2 by 36. Okay, we have found the probability of getting the total of 7 as well as 11. But in the question, what is the probability of getting 7 or 11? And we know how to do that. The equation is simple, P of y union z. You can either use A or B or X or Y or Z, whatever it is, up to your discretion. But if there is any letter specified in the question, use that letters. So, probability of y union z equal to P of y plus P of z. The probability of first event is 6 by 36 plus probability of second event is 2 by 36, and finally you got 2 by 9. So that is the probability with regard to this particular question. Next one. Find the probability of drawing an ace or a spade from a pack of cards. Again the question with regard to pack of cards. So don't think that always all the cases with the pack of cards will be mutually exclusive or a non-mutually exclusive events. It might be mutually or it might be non-mutually. So find the probability of drawing an ace or a spade. So first of all, whether it is the probability with regard to this particular question, whether it is a mutually exclusive or not. Here the probability of event under study are occurrence of ace or a spade. So you need to identify whether if you are drawing or if you are picking a card from a deck, what is the probability of getting ace or a spade. The issue is that ace is a number representing 1 that will be common in all the 4 categories of deck of cards. In spade also there will be ace, in clubs also there will be ace, in heart also there will be ace, and in diamonds also there will be ace. So you are asked to study what is the probability of getting ace or a spade. That is not a mutually exclusive, because if you are getting a card out of spade that having ace, that will happen because there is an ace spade in the set spade. So if you are getting a card, there is a chance that you will get the probability of getting a spade ace. That is, the 2 events can happen at the same time. So how can it be a mutually exclusive event? No, it is a non-mutually exclusive event. That is how you need to identify whether a question is a mutually exclusive or a non-mutually exclusive. You have to be familiarized with the concept in order to identify and understand the nature of the question. So we know the equation for finding the non-mutually exclusive situations. Just like the situation in case of mutually exclusive, only difference is that you need to deduct the intersection part. So first of all, let us identify the probability of drawing an ace or a spade is, as per the equation it is explained with the part question, probability of first event, that is ace, plus probability of second event, that is spade. This part represents the mutually exclusive equation. But since it is a non-mutually exclusive equation, the equation again continues minus the probability of ace intersection spade. I hope you know what is the meaning of this sentence. We have discussed this in the numerous cases. So the probability of drawing an ace or spade is represented by probability of ace plus probability of spade minus probability of ace intersection spade. So the probability of getting ace. How many aces are there in a deck of cards? Because in this question there is no specification regarding which ace. Spade ace or a heart ace, any ace can happen. So there are 4 ace in a deck of cards. The probability of getting ace is 4 by 15. Plus, what is the probability of getting a spade? The probability of getting a spade means spade is represented by one of the 4 categories in a deck of cards. So one set of category or each set of the categories has 13 number of items. So the probability of getting a spade in a deck of cards is 13 by 52 minus probability of ace intersection spade. The meaning is that out of 52 cards there is only one spade ace. The meaning of ace intersection spade means what is the probability of getting ace and spade at the same time. There is only one card that exists in a deck of cards. That is why it is written 1 by 52. So it is the value is 4 by 13. So the probability of getting an ace or a spade from a deck of cards is 4 out of 13. Next one. The probability that a contractor will get a plumbing contract is 2 by 3. And the probability that he will not get an electric contract is 5 by 9. If the probability of getting at least one contract is 4 by 5, what is the probability that he will get both the contracts? So, first of all, you need to extract the details given in the question in a simple, meaningful manner. There are certain fractions are given. Let us extract these details. In the question it is said that the probability of a contractor will get a pumping contract. Let it be probability of Y. For the time being we are using the letter Y. You can use either A, B, C, whatever it is. Probability of getting a plumbing contract is 2 by 3. It is specifically mentioned in the question. Next one. The probability of not getting an electric contract is 5 by 9. It is also specified in the question. And finally, probability of getting an electric contract is 4 by 9. How did I got 4 by 9? Because previously we found that probability of not getting an electric contract is 5 by 9. That means out of 9 events, 5 events represents not getting an electric contract. Think logically. So what is the probability of getting a contract? The remaining will be the value representing the probability of getting an electric contract. So probability of not getting is this one. So the probability of getting an electric contract is the balance. What is the balance from this one? 5. So the remaining is 4. So 4 by 9. It can be easily identified by the equation 1 minus whatever the value. So if you are finding the value opposite case, here you are given the value regarding the probability of not getting an electric contract. So what is the probability of getting the opposite? Opposite means what is the probability of getting the contract? So whenever you want to find a value of the opposite particular event, just 1 minus whatever the information you have, then you will get the opposite value. So the probability of getting an electric contract is 4 by 9. So the probability that a contractor will get at least one contract, that is also directly given. At least one contract is 4 by 5. It is already given. At least one. At least one means any of the event can happen. That is why it is written as union. So what is the probability that he will get both the contracts? So what is the meaning of probability that both the contracts, both event can happen? So whether it is whether the probability under study is a mutually or a non-mutually case. Because here you have to study what is the probability that he will get both the contracts. In a mutually exclusive case, only one event will happen, other will be neglected. Here you are asked to find the probability that both the events can happen. So it is a non-mutually exclusive situation, and very easily you can directly substitute the details in the equation. So the equation for finding the non-mutually exclusive situation is probability of y union z equal to probability of y plus probability of z minus probability of y intersection z. Now look closely to the details given in the questions. Here p of y is given, p of z we found out, p of y union z, but in the question it is p of y intersection z. Here it is p y union z. So you have got the value of this one. Now you need to find this one. This one means this one represents both the events. In the question it is said that what is the probability that he will get both the contracts. So you need to find this value. That is the concept of this particular question. So just substitute the values which we have extracted and represented here. After substituting it, I hope you know how to solve the basic mathematical steps. Just follow the basic steps, then you will get the answer. The value or the probability with regard to the occurrence of both events, or the probability that the contractor will get both the contracts, is 14/45. So this is how you have to deal with the situation with regard to probability in case of addition. Next one, conditional probability. It's another important case that comes under the same category. The probability of an event A given B has happened is called the conditional probability of A given B, and it is denoted by probability of A by B. So the meaning is that previously we have learned about the probability of occurrence of a certain event, but from under conditional probability onwards, you will be dealing a question where you need to find the probability of a certain event under certain specified conditions. You will be given some conditions, and on the basis of those conditions you have to find the probability. Previously you were not given any sort of condition, just to find the probability of an event. But in this situation you need to identify the condition, and on the basis of that particular condition only probability has to be found out, because probability of an event in a usual case and the probability of the same event under certain condition, it will be completely different. So that is the meaning of condition probability. And here you are studying the probability of certain event A, and where B is the condition specified in the question, so it will be represented as A by B. And the equation with regard to that, before we go into that, understand the concept. Consider a family having 2 children. The different outcomes are, it might be boy and another boy, and it might be boy or another girl or a boy and both girls. If it is known that the first is a boy, the outcomes are only B and B and B and G. So the probability of for both boys is 1/2. This is under the condition that first is a boy. So before we go into the condition, means 1/2 probability, as per the method which we have learned previously, here the details are given: 2 children. These are the events that can occur: boy and boy, first boy, second girl, girl and boy, girl and girl. So what is the probability that first is a boy? So see, how many are there first is a boy? Here the condition is given, first is a boy. So if you think like this, what is the probability? In the question it is specified that if it is known the first is a boy, that is a condition specified. So what is the probability of getting both boys? If we have learned the probabilities until now, what will be the answer if the probability was about both boys? See how many events are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of 4, how many of the events having both boys? See, only 1. In all other cases, there might be boy and girl, or a girl and boy, or both girls. So the probability of getting the both boys in this situation is 1 by 4. But here it is said that the probability of getting both boys is 1 by 2. It is because here the condition is specified. If you are studying the probability of both boys, the condition is that the first child must be a boy. So first of all, on the basis of conditions only, you have to identify the total events. Earlier we have 4 events, but now you have to go for the events in which first is a boy. See, here first is a boy, here also first is a boy. The remaining will not come under category. So the total events as per the conditions are 2. And you are asked to find the probability that both are boys. So the answer is 1. Here only one case. In these 2 events, there is only one event that has 2 boys. So if there was no condition, the answer might have been 2 by 4. Probability that both are boys, sorry, not 2 by 4, 1 by 4. But here the condition is specified that the first must be a boy. So here there are no 4 events, there are only 2 events, because the condition specified that the first must be a boy. And you are asked to study what is the probability of getting both boys. So the answer is 1 by 2. So the probability of getting both boys and first is a boy. See, A represents the probability under study and B represents the condition specified in the question. So the probability of getting both boys and first is a boy is 1 by 2. This is called the condition probability, as the condition is that first is a boy. If the condition was not given, the probability would have been 1 by 4. We have discussed that area. We are not going further into that. Just understand the concept with regard to conditional probability. So whenever condition is specified, the entire probability of that particular event will change. The equation with regard to conditional probability is probability of A by B equal to probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. In case of an independent event, sometimes you have to deal with dependent events, independent events. That is a part that comes under the next main category, multiplication of events. We will discuss that in detail with regarding to that under multiplication category. Anyway, remember that in case of an independent event, if it is given A intersection B, then you need to multiply the both events. Just like the events which we have dealt in case of mutually exclusive event. In that case, you were adding both events, but in case of independent events, usually independent events comes under the main category of multiplication of probability. So we will be using this equation. We will come across this equation while dealing with multiplication scenario. And also remember this rule with regard to independence of 2 events. Whenever you come across a independence of 2 event situation, we will discuss in detail under the multiplication category. If A and B are 2 events, the probability of A by B will always represents probability of that A event. If you are studying the probability of B event where A is the condition, then P of B by A represents the probability of B. Remember this concept. We will discuss about this concept in detail in the future sessions. Until then, just go through all these theoretical aspects and concepts, analyze and familiarize each case. If you have any queries, please let me know.